Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome to me going live, an impromptu live. I just thought I would sit here and go live because, well, I'm uploading a video at the moment. I can't do nothing else with my phone at this current juncture. So I thought, well, I'm going to go live for an hour, and an hour it will be only, no longer than that. I want to come off at midday because I've got other stuff to be doing. So yeah, so here I am. So the curtain's drawn. That's why it looks dark in here. Yeah, it's looking dark. But it's daytime. Obviously, it is. I don't know why the curtain's still drawn. I was watching Quantum Leap earlier. That's why. Slayer reviews. Hi Slayer, how you keeping, mate? How are you? You okay? Hope you're well. Yeah, I'm good. I just thought I'd come on and do an impromptu while I'm uploading some stuff because I can't do anything else at the moment. So I'm sort of holding this freehand at the moment. But yeah, so I've been to second time in 2 days. I've been to HMV this morning in Bromley because I didn't realise something had come out. My dates are all over the show. I'm just not keeping track with the dates of stuff, which is pretty bad actually. And it wasn't until I was watching someone else's video last night that I saw that the Austin Powers set had come out, and I've got it on pre-order. I've actually got it on pre-order with HMV. When I saw it on the shelf in there on someone else's video, I had a look, and my version, they haven't even taken the money for it. They've not taken the money. Nothing, no notification. There's nothing wrong with a payment card or anything like that would slow it down. They've just not taken the damn money. So I jumped in the car this morning, flew over to Bromley, HMV, to hopefully I had it in stock. I did have it in stock, to pick it up and then cancel the pre-order. Which is, yeah, just odd that they've not posted it. Strange one. I've been great, man. Just taking a break away from YouTube with spending on movies just to save. Yeah, I know. It's I'd done a video yesterday looking ahead into November, and the amount of pre-orders I've got in place is crazy. I can't justify it. I'm going to have to seriously cull a lot of items there. It's excessive. It's so much coming out. I mean, this time of year anyway. You know, they ramp up what they have coming out. You know, obviously for Christmas. The thing is, I don't have no one buy me anything for Christmas in that respect, in the way of Blu-rays or films or anything like that. I get a sense of, when it's being handed over, a sense of the other person feeling that they've gifted me something worthless and antiquated, especially from my kids. They see it as being like a pointless item, to be honest with you. Yeah, which is yeah, I don't know. Oceans over in Australia. Dan, how you keeping, mate? Hope you're keeping well. You still up for this weekend? Hopefully. I had to sadly cancel a lot of my pre-orders. Has got to the point where it was too overwhelming, but the Blu-ray hunts will return. No, that's good to hear, but it is overwhelming. I think this Monday alone coming, I've got, there's about 4 or 5, maybe 5, no, actually 5 or 6 items that I had listed, and that includes things like Elf and National Lampoons on 4K, the Polar Express, the Steelbook. But I think that they're all stuff that I can feasibly cancel, and I'd love Elf and National Lampoons on 4K, and I can sort of justify it in that I watch them yearly. They're yearly watches, so I will get a worth out of them, but the cost. So wouldn't it be better, because they're not a special edition release, so to speak, wouldn't it be better for me to wait a while, then pick them up in a sale? Can I do another year without them, then pick them up down the line? That's the way I've got to look at it. and maybe just keep away from the release of Polar Express on Steelbook. I need a Steelbook. That's the question. It is a lot. It is overwhelming, and I think we're all in the same boat with that. We really are. It's horrible, really. Yeah, not too bad. Keen for the weekend. Good. I'll sort out a nice, decent time for you. What's better for you, Dan? Saturday or Sunday? Saturday better for you? Not having to get up Sunday. I don't know how your work plays out and all that sort of stuff. What days you do and all that. Let us know, or you can message us anyway over Thingamajig. Yeah, we're gonna have to. I've got the Jurassic Park box set pre-ordered, big steelbook with all the 6 steel tins, steelbooks in it. But I'm close to cancelling that. Honestly, I'm sort of asking myself at the moment: do I need a big steelbook set of Jurassic Park films? I have the first 3 on Blu-ray. I have the second 2, I think, on 4K, possibly. No steelbooks in any of them. So why don't I just get the standard 4K for Dominion and just add it to the collection like that? It's just, yeah, I don't know. Oh, my video has imported, so I can upload that now. Bear with me. Just want to upload this video. Next, public, unlisted at the moment. I'll wait until it's uploaded and then I'll publicise it. So there we go. Probably Saturday. Saturday's better, probably better for me. All round. The cost of steelbooks is really expensive considering that I've only been doing it only a year and a half. Very expensive hobby. It is a very expensive hobby. It is. I don't think. I'll be honest. Right. This is something you need to look into. Really, something you need to consider. When you have a channel like we do, we buy more for that reason. Is having the channel and the need to sort of show something, subconsciously playing into that purchasing. I'd like to have said I'd like to say no. I'd like to say that's not the case, but I certainly don't think it is. I think there is a sort of a need to, and I'd like to get away from that. I really would. I'd like to. Not that I buy things. I don't buy sets that I don't want as such. But certainly, I'll probably pick up far more in a CEX cheap than what I normally would. I don't know. I'd love to be a guest on your channel. Been following for a while and really do love your videos, man. It gives me inspiration. Thought I'd let you know. Oh, that's really nice of you to say that. That's oh yeah, no, yeah, that's fine. We'll sort something out. Obviously, I do them with Matt. Me and Matt do them on a sort of weekly basis. One on mine, one on Matt's. It makes it easier that way. I don't mind doing these solos. These solos are quite easy to get through. But yeah, Matt. Yeah, we'll sort something out. I'll sort something out. I know this weekend I've got Dan on from Oceans, and I've got Danny from This Is Your Life on. I want to give him a bit of support, a bit of inspiration, so to speak, a bit of because I know he has quite a hard time. So I want to sort of help him out a bit, shall we say? Now I know Matt has got on the weekend of Memorial Weekend, Remembrance Weekend. I think he's got Trevor back on from Double Bill Movies and Dan's Man Cave, and that's going to be more of a sort of war related chat because I've got an interest in the world wars. So has Dan. So has Trevor. And then, so if we do the one after that, I'll message you over. Is it Instagram or Facebook, whatever one you're on? I know that I've got you're on there somewhere. So we'll sort something out. I think some people do. They need to buy something to show on YouTube, not because they like. Yeah, they do. They do. There's a And I do understand it. I understand the psychology behind that, and it's a psychology that I did. It's that I sort of fell into. I have fallen into it, that trap. But I think we're all being. I think the companies of COVID has been a big change to the industry, because during COVID there was nothing to release. No new films came out for quite a while. Production stopped on everything, so all of these companies, these Blu-ray release companies, and that the film studios, they started panicking, so they fell to their back titles, package them up differently, put some postcards in there, all that, and start getting that stuff out on the market like that. And unfortunately, it's continued, and it's ongoing. It's been ramped up so much now that every week there is like a special edition out, and it takes away from the special. Unfortunately. But the silver lining side of that is that there is so much coming out that not everyone can possibly get a hold of everything. So the amount that sells out now is far less than what it would be before. You get the odd ones that will come and sell out, obviously, but a lot of stuff you'll be able to pick up in sales. I mean, look at those. Look when they done Batman. They've done those thick Batman box sets. You had Batman Returns, and then the Dark Knight trilogy. You can pick them up cheaper now. I've seen them drop in sale prices and that sort of thing. And they're collector sets that I didn't bother with, because there's just so many. It's loads. Luke, how are you keeping, mate? Yeah, absolutely, mate. Absolutely. I'll give you a message. I'll sort out. I'll sort out my next one. So that'd be. So what is it? This coming weekend is me. This Saturday's mine. So it'd be 2 weeks after that. Although I think on the Saturday I'm not about, but on my next one we'll do it. So it might be 2 or 3 weeks after this weekend. Yeah, we'll sort that out. I'll get in touch. But yeah, so how's my upload doing? Sorry, I'm just checking. I've got 2 uploads going actually. 1%. Wow, that's slow. My uploads are so slow at this time of day. I had to re-upload another one that I'd done. I'd done another video yesterday, but I got a copyright thingy for it. Not strike, but when you get a copyright little, exclamation mark, and I didn't want it, so I had to go in and sort of remove some of the content that I'd added. That was actually for a Playmobil. I built the Playmobil Knight Rider car. I say I built it, there wasn't much to it. My wife had bought me it for our anniversary, for my anniversary gift, a Playmobil. Do you know what I mean? I'm like midlife, and probably over midlife, and I'm getting Playmobil for a gift. Says it all, doesn't it? But anyway, so Knight Rider, I built that, I filmed it, and I got some sort of thingy on it for that, because I used a few clips from the show. But there we go. Rolando Flores, morning, mate. How are you doing? Hope you're well. Whereabouts are you? Just out of interest, location-wise, country. You in the UK, or are you watching from elsewhere? Let us know. I'd probably do with opening them curtains, couldn't I? Well, it's horrible weather down here today. I thought to myself, I'll go. Luckily, I didn't go out just in a t-shirt, but I did have it in my mind to just go in a t-shirt. And then the heavens opened when I got to Bromley, and it got pretty damn wet. So, did anyone watch anything for Halloween last night? Anyone put on something horrific? I didn't. I watched Family Guy, I watched Family Guy last night, the latest one. And I think I started watching Walking Dead, latest episode. I switched it off and went to bed. And probably about 20 past 8. I love going to bed early. That's just because normally I'm up for work at about 3, 4 a.m. I'm off this week, though. I'm off at the moment. 5:12 a.m. in Utah, USA. Wow. Good morning. Good morning. It's, what is it here? 11:13. Dan at Ocean says, that All Quiet on the Western Front movie might be my favourite movie of 2022. Honestly, so good. It certainly would be put as my number one movie of the year. I was blown away by it. Did you watch it? Did you watch the dubbed version or did you watch the subtitled German? Out curiosity, because I watched it subtitled, but I also did take a look at what the dubbing was like as well. Not that the dubbing was bad; the dubbing was pretty damn good. But if I was to watch it being dubbed like by Brits, it would sort of take me out of the story more. In that I'm watching Germans talking English. But I thought it was. I got a lot of praise for that film. A lot of praise, and it's it was fantastic. Now I don't know if it's a Netflix production. A part of me says it isn't. It's an independent film and it just ended up on Netflix. I'd like to say, but I don't know. I may be wrong. But it was fantastic. It doesn't feel like Netflix at all. Huge budget. The attention to detail spot on in it. Cinematography was fabulous. A true vision of the horrors of war, I'd say, and not just horrors visually, but definitely the psychological aspect of it and what these characters go through and how it changes them on their journey through the film. And then you got that rinse and repeatness about it from how they started at the beginning to that end scene. A sort of symmetry of futility. I watched The Black Phone. It was pretty good. Yeah, I was impressed with The Black Phone as well. Not normally my sort of film, but the scene where I will say the scene that stuck with me and nearly made me switch the film off was the little girl when she was getting beaten. And even though the beatings were not on screen, they were done off screen, you heard it. When you saw her reaction to the beatings afterwards, it was there was something so real about it. Her acting just was marvelous. I believed that this girl had been beaten, and I nearly reached for the control because, as a father myself with a daughter, she's 17 now, but to see a young girl, I don't like seeing children in distress. I don't like seeing children upset. I think that every child should grow with a smile on their face, grow up in a happy home. I know that's not the reality, unfortunately. But imagine if every child did, straight away, 50% of this damn planet's problems would be gone. So you watch the German audio. Yes, you got to watch it with a German audio and stick with the subs, because they're German soldiers. So why wouldn't you? I can understand. I mean, my dad's gone to watch it, but bless him, where he's old and his eyes ain't that great now, and that sort of thing. He can't really keep up with subtitles, so he will watch it in the dubbed version. But I can't sort of blame him for that. He can't do subs anymore. And it's funny, actually. It's funny because I don't know if I'm hoping it doesn't happen to me, but there's words that he struggles with reading. Not that he's got any reading problems or anything like that. He hasn't. But I think that where he's still stuck in this old his linguistics are still old school, shall we say, and there's probably a lot of new words now that he's completely unaware of, that words that he would never have used or heard before unless watching modern day stuff, and so I think that he's sort of a bit left behind in that sense. Yeah, I'm hoping that doesn't happen to me, because obviously language evolves all the time. Language is on the change. Yeah, but yeah, so there's any more messages for me? Anyone? Matt's text me. Sorry, just replying to this. How rude is that of me? I know. Up and down. Yeah, I don't know. So I've got this week off. I'm off this week at the minute, and I need to get to December. Because I've actually got the entirety of December off. Believe it or not, my last day of work is December the 2nd, which I believe is a Friday, if I'm not mistaken, and then I'm off until January the 3rd, and I am looking forward to it. I say I'm off. Unfortunately, I don't ever. My computer's never off. The phone's never off. Even if I'm off, even if I go away on holiday, my work computer goes with me. My phone goes with me. I've been known to spend a whole day on holiday having to sort out issues at work because they got no one else who can sort it out, and it's not good. It's not good psychologically, to not have that break, to not have that. And it isn't like a lot, you know what I mean? It's not like, I can guarantee that I'll be off for that entire December, but I can guarantee that my phone will be active and I will be active up until usually the 22nd or 23rd. And only between that point and going back does it go quiet for me. Yeah, but there we go. It definitely has evolved. Even me, I can't keep up with how the younger generation speaks today. No, I know. I have to ask what, and I've got no problem asking. I don't pretend that I know what they're talking about, what that word means. I don't like how English has evolved now. I don't like the way it's gone. Certainly, I think the younger generation have sort of destroying the language completely. I think it's sort of like we've hit a high and now we're on a decline with everything, just the way we are as a race of people. We've got to the heights of it and now it's just downhill. But there we go. Yeah, it's annoying when you get hassled on your days off. It is, and I always get hassled. All right, there are people who wouldn't know that I'm on annual leave or anything like that in other areas, and I understand that. But part of the problem is that I don't switch the phone off. Big part is my phone's always on. I don't switch it off. That's the part I need to learn to do. And I'm talking work phone here. But the problem is that my work phone kind of doubles as my personal phone as well. Even though I've got a personal phone, most of it comes through the work phone. people contact me, family, all through that. It's just the easiest way of I don't know. So the phone and all my apps are on this phone. I don't know. What can I do? Jamie, how are you keeping, Jamie? Good morning, bud. Watching anything today? Have you watched the Netflix series The Watcher? I really enjoyed it. Yes, it's on the sort of playlist to be watched. The wife wanted to watch it, so I said, all right. Who stars in it? Someone stars in it, don't they? Tell me who stars. I can't remember. Someone I like, I know, but my mind's drawing a blank. But yeah, so it's there, but I've still got 4 episodes of Dharma to do. I'm watching them with the wife. That's why it's quite slow. Naomi Watts. Who's the male guy? Who's the male lead in it? Yeah, well, I'm finishing. I've got to finish up thingy. What did I say? Dharma, the Dharma one. And then I'll probably start on that slowly. I won't watch it quick. Is it hard going? Is it horrific? Do you know what I'm saying? Do I need to lighten the mood before I go into it? The Watcher. Let's see who. The Watcher Netflix. I'm just pulling it up. Wikipedia. Just looking at who the cast is beyond Naomi Watts. Oh. All right, no, there ain't no one. I thought there was someone in. I knew. Yeah, I don't know who Bobby Carnival is. Do I know him? Should I know him? Bobby Carnival. I'm looking. Oh, of course, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's it. I wouldn't have known his name. I know the actor. He's in the Ant-Mans, obviously, and he was fantastic in Boardwalk Empire. He was vicious in that. He was vicious in Boardwalk Empire. He was very good in it. No, I quite like him. That's the guy. Yeah, that's why I didn't have a name in my head because I'm not sure of the guy's name. She's terrific. Bobby Carnival. Yeah, that's what I was relating to. Dimension. How you keeping, mate? Hope you're well. I did start watching your video. I didn't leave a comment because I didn't finish it. I got interrupted. The one where you're showing the 5 female films. Yes, I need to finish that video up. I think I got a phone call at the time. Morning, Jane, everyone in. Hi, Pete. How are you doing, mate? I just thought I would do a sort of impromptu live just for half hour or whatever, whilst I was waiting for some uploads that are taking very, very slow time to upload. The new Doctor Who steelbook looks nice, but honestly just prefer the standard edition of the recent episodes, so I have no interest in the other specials. It's a nice, colourful steelbook. It's a nice looking steelbook. And I will probably get it. And just because I've got a lot of steelbooks, the other Doctor Who steelbooks as well. Yeah, that's why. Bobby's acting is funny. Every time he finishes a sentence, he leaves his mouth open. So is that something I won't unsee now? I'll check it out. I will. I'll get through thingy. Dharma, like I said, 4 episodes left, I believe, and then I'll make start on that. Hey, Pete. Yeah. Hey, Oceans. So yeah. So, what has everyone been watching anyway? Other than obviously Jamie's been watching the Watcher, and obviously thingy. Jamie, have you tried watching the World War II film yet on Netflix? All Quiet on the Western Front. It's worth a watch. if everyone who's, I know that Oceans, down at Oceans, honestly, probably his favourite film of the year. I'd say it's my favourite film of the year. I know Matt was blown away by it when he watched it. Yeah, it's worth a watch. Okay, let's get. Yeah, so I don't know what to talk about. I just came on impromptuly. I don't know. Obviously, like I said, when I'm off in December, I will be moving from one room to another. I've got to decide on a colour which to paint the new room. I think of going with a darkish grey tone. And I'm going to have to get a lot more bookcases in there, I think. I'm going to have to do some measuring up and some maths. And might have to get a few bits on an Argos card just to get the room done. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that project. Give me much more room to play with. And with E is a damn near perfect great series. I've never heard of that. I'll have to look that one up. And I accidentally pressed on that message, by the way, because I was actually going for that one, but yours popped up just as my finger went in to the bottom message. So I've gone down and up one. Yeah, so I watched Suicide Squad today. Not too sure how I feel about it yet. I enjoyed the action, but it felt like nameless action without any substance. Peacemaker was cool, though. Wouldn't mind checking out that TV show. I really liked the Suicide Squad film. I think James Gunn's got a good eye and a good balance of comedic tone and action. It really worked for me. The Suicide Squad did work for me. Although I do recall falling asleep in the cinema during a Harley Quinn scene when she's in a red dress and she's with that fella. I don't think that's a reflection on the film. I think that's just a reflection on me that if you put me in a darkened room, saying that, look, the curtains are drawn at the moment, put me in a darkened room and I will fall asleep. Yes, cinema's bad place for me. No matter what film it is, I'm very good at falling asleep. But no, and Peacemaker TV series is good. It's very enjoyable. Peacemaker in the film, I didn't really attach to. I didn't like the fact that he killed Rick Flag. That really bugged me. But he does sort of repent for that in Peacemaker. He does have issues with the fact that he killed Rick Flag, and Peacemaker's a really good series, worth watching. I did rewatch Top Gun Maverick last night, and it's still fantastic. Yeah, I haven't rewatched it. Yeah, I still ain't got my steelbook. I haven't got my steelbook through. My steelbook's actually coming from Italy. Yeah, I've got the Italian steelbook, which is the same as the HMV steelbook, as far as I'm aware. I pre-ordered it. I knew the Italian one had a lenticular before the HMV one came about with a lenticular, and I just couldn't be bothered to cancel one and then order the other. So I just left it sort of in situ, and it's en route. Well, it's on its way as we speak. Yeah, so I'll get it when I get it. Yeah, no, good film though. Good film. My thoughts on Doctor Who joining Disney Plus. Now, is it in this country as well, or is it overseas that it's joining Disney Plus? I don't really know, actually. I mean, it's not like Disney have bought Doctor Who out, and do you know what I mean? And will be producing Doctor Who themselves. It's just a sort of home for it, I suppose. But interesting nonetheless. It might bring it to a lot more people, possibly. I mean, there's enough of them, isn't there? And I suppose if it's not a bad thing. I mean, I don't know, what are they doing? Are they bringing all the old Doctor Who's there as well, all the old series, or are they just going for sort of new Who from 2005 onwards? Um, I suppose it'd be nice to have them all in one place. The entire, if you can go and historically revisit the old Doctor Who's and all that and have everything there, and there was some longevity to them having them. It's not a bad thing. Disney's the place to have it because Disney's the only real streaming service, I think, that's got it together. I mean, with the amount of content that they've got, or they've got their hands on, it kind of makes sense. Netflix be losing things left, right, and centre as everyone else opens up their own streaming services. Pete says, still need to see Peacemaker. Did like him in the Suicide Squad, but him killing Rick Flag put me off. Yeah, that was harsh because I thought Rick Flag in this. I didn't really like Rick Flag in Suicide Squad itself. Obviously, same actor, but I thought it was far better and more comic accurate Rick Flag in the Suicide Squad, and a lot more likable as a character. And they've probably done that on purpose, isn't it? Because they wrote him that way inevitably for him to be killed off. And you came away not liking Peacemaker for that reason. But Peacemaker, by the end of the Peacemaker TV series, you can't not root for Peacemaker. I know they're showing future series there, but Disney has now creative input, so that's good. Do they really? What? So Disney are actually got creative input in Doctor Who? Okay. Wow. Well, it is. I don't know. What do I feel about that? I don't really, because like anything, I've not really got any effect on it anyway. It is what it is, and these decisions have been made outside of my control. So more than anything, rather than being happy about it, or rather than being annoyed about it, just one of those things that you got to roll with, because ultimately me whinging isn't going to change anything. Dan's going to head out. Have a good rest of your day. And also everyone in the chat. Got work tomorrow. Another day. Another 20 cents. Enjoy, mate. And we'll sort out the weekend. Oh, no creative input. Phone autocorrect. All right. Yeah, it did sound a bit like, well, I don't know, because I don't keep up with these things. I don't know what's going on out there. I've got no clue. I reviewed Quantum Leap this morning, the latest episode of Quantum Leap, and at the end of it I said, I'll be back next week for the next week's episode, and then afterwards only to find out that it's actually the mid-season finale. So I won't be back next week. That's the thing, I'm just so out of touch with what's going on. Believe it or not, even though I profess to being a film fan and all this, and I am, but not like in my younger days. Like in my younger days, I'd be reading Total Film, Empire, SFX, Starburst. I'd be reading all these magazines. Now I don't read any magazines whatsoever. Well, magazines are a thing in the past anyway. I avoid a lot of new stuff on the internet for films. I suppose life's too busy now. Really, a lot busier than what it ever has been, and I just take as they come at me. I'll just take them. Easiest way to do it, I think. Apparently, we're getting a Friday the 13th TV. Screwed that one up. Apparently, we're getting a Friday 13th TV series with A24 involved. Okay, so a Jason. Friday the 13th TV series, because there was that TV series years ago called Friday the 13th, which had no connection to Friday the 13th whatsoever. That program was originally actually meant to be named something else, then they changed it to Friday the 13th. But I think people got confused and did think that there was a connection somehow to the films, but there wasn't. But that'll be interesting then. Yeah, that'll be very interesting. I can see, you know, with Chucky, you know, obviously in its second season, I've still not watched that latest episode. You know, other people are probably going to look for horror. And is Hellraiser still getting a TV series? I know they've done the film. I actually thought that before I watched it, half of it, I actually thought that in my mind that was a TV series. It was episodic. So I downloaded it, yeah, and realised it was a film. I had no idea that it was a film. Yeah, but I suppose that TV series is still in development. I don't know, so it doesn't surprise me that they're looking for other horror things to, you know what I mean, to come about. The Last of Us TV series recently accidentally leaked. This January. So what? The pilot leaked or something, or what? What do you mean, Pete? I'm having a look now on my phone. I need to see. I'm going to a certain site that I utilise, but I can't access it through my internet. I have to take backdoor routes. The Last of Us. Okay, I can't find if there was a version to download or anything, a leaked pilot or anything. So what happened with that one? Yeah, but yes. So, anyone else got any questions? Because I'm going to call it a day shortly. I was only waiting. I thought I'd come in, go live while my upload is uploading or download, whatever you want to look at it, my new video. And it's at 11%. Christ, it's slow at this time of day here. So that won't be up till later. But, all right, everyone, I'm going to shoot off. Thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting. It was just impromptu because I had nothing else to do for an hour. So I shall see you all later. Take care all and goodbye.